Welcome to Michael's Record Collection. I'm very excited to have with me the keyboard player from ProgJect and Spock's Beard, and a solo artist in his own right. Ryo Okumoto is here with me. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you very much. Something else. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great.
You've got a new album coming out on July 29th.
Yes.
The Myth of the Mostrophus, your fifth solo album, the first one out in 20 years.
I know.
On Inside Out Music. The first one since this one coming through 2002. That's a long time.
It is. And another one before they make, one I did in Japan with Lucas and Paul Carlin and all that. That was another 20 years ago. So, so every other 20 years I do solo album. I have to stop doing this.
So look for a new album in 2042. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, actually, I got a 3-album contract with the Inside Out, so I'm gonna keep trying to do it every other year, 2 years.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
that's great.
We'll see how this is gonna go. If this not gonna go well, forget it. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna become chef.
A chef? Okay. Are you gonna make crispy waffles?
Crispy, very, very crispy waffle with honey, butter, and everything.
Yes, I enjoyed following your search for your crispy waffles.
You saw the video. You saw the video Michael Sadler took at that was hilarious.
Yeah, you guys looking for crispy waffles out on the road with ProgJect?
Yes,
Michael Sadler did a great job of documenting that tour that you guys were on, which I got to see you guys when you came to the Orlando area, so that was great.
Great.
I want to start. I can't wait to talk about this album with you, but I want to start with your background a little bit. I want to know what your introduction to music was. Did you come from a musical family?
Not at all. But my grandma told me that my great grandma was geisha, and she was pretty high level geisha who does sings and dance and plays some shamisen and all that. Well, yeah, but that's from way behind. Let me see. Influence not from parents, just my own, just like everybody else.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite record when you were very young that got you into music?
Got me into music. It was called "The Cat" by Jimmy Smith.
Okay. What kind of music is that? I'm not familiar with that.
Well, it's a jazz.
Okay.
But he's an organist.
Okay.
And I was very young. Well, actually, what I remember, when I was like 3 or 4 years old, there weren't any stereo system at home yet. But my mom's side family was had a little money, so my uncle bought first stereo in this little town that we live. And first thing he put a record was this train coming all the way from the right, go slowly and going so loud, crossing in the middle and went to the left. I can't forget the sounds I heard that one. That was so shocking to me. First stereo audio, listening.
Yeah, so it panned from one channel to the other and got faded in, got louder, and then faded out on the other side. That's amazing.
So anyway, so the Jimmy Smith and the Machine Head, Deep Purple was like, wow, what the hell, So that really got into rock and prog and all that, organ, especially the organ.
Yeah, well, that would do it. The Machine Head, Deep Purple will get you into that for sure. Did you take keyboard lessons as a small child?
Well, just a little classical, but I was really, really into it. But well, actually, just for like 4 or 5 years, when I was a kid, and that was it. Then I picked up a guitar when I was like 13. Then started working as a professional when I was 15. I left home from Osaka, moved to Tokyo, and started working nightclub, disco club, and all that from 15 years old.
That's
pretty early.
incredible.
Yeah. Yep.
So were you mostly self-taught then, or?
That time, yes. And all this, when I'm playing in a disco, and all different type of musician, and I was always youngest. It was 15 years old. He's the youngest. Everybody is like 25, 35. So they taught me a lot. A lot of drummers taught me the rhythm, and a guitar player and singer taught me a lot of stuff. Yeah, sure. I didn't know anything. But when I moved to LA, I went to a school called Dick Grove School of Music in a Studio City. I went there for 4 years. That was good. First time I learned real jazz, to compose arrangements for the big band orchestra, film scoring, and all that stuff.
Gotcha. How did you work your way into Spock's Beard? How did you get on Neil Morse's radar and meet the guys and get integrated into that band?
I had one blues gig in Pasadena that paid like $20. I went there. It's a jam session, blues session, in a bar. Alan Morse was there, and after the gig, Alan told me, I'm doing some jam session every Tuesday. You want to come? So when I went there, Alan knew Nick was there. And I just jammed a little bit. And next time I heard was Neil saying, yeah, we're trying to put a band together. Are you interested? So, yeah, well, give me your music. And he gave me the cassette tape of Complete the Light.
Oh, wow.
Demo. I have to look for it. I know I didn't throw it away. It's somewhere. I'm going to look for it.
Wow, that's nice.
He gave me the light. When I was listening to, the light has all different type of style music. Go to Latin and all the places. Oh my goodness, he's talented. Okay, I'm in. So that was the reason I got into the Spock's Beard and the prog. I was R&B player before for a long time, just doing a lot of tours with the those stars, and I had nothing to do with the prog. I had nothing to do with the prog.
Yeah. You do now.
I do now.
Yeah. Can you believe that you're still a member of Spock's Beard all these years later?
26, 7, 8 years, something like that. 20, must be 20 years now. Yeah, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to keep the band together for a long time. Keeping up with the album, the tour, and it's so hard to do it. But fortunately, this band, we're buddies. We're friends. Also, more than friends, just family. So family. So
it seems like it. It seems like you're friends and family. What was it like for you? Of course, like any band, you do have some changes. What was it like for you, and how difficult was it for you as the keyboard player when Neil left the band?
Well, it's out of nowhere, and he's the reason for this band and everything, composing, singing, everything, right? Playing. So I didn't know what to do. Just have to. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. Everybody didn't know what to do. But maybe like a couple of days later, when we heard the announcement, it said, we said, well, actually, Neil gave us a Spock's Beard. He gave us a Spock's Beard. He left, but there is a band. So why don't we keep going? Said, okay, who's gonna sing? Well, Nick is a singer.
Yeah, it was great. You had a terrific singer already in the band in Nick DeVirgilio, and when Neil Morse left on his spiritual path, he left you this fantastic band, great guys that you already were comfortable with, and you guys are familiar with making music together. I guess the challenge for you guys would have been that Neil did so much of the writing. Now it was up to you guys to do the writing.
Scary. Yeah, was well, I didn't write a lot of prog music, a lot of fusion I wrote, jazz fusion, but not prog. So we struggle, but more we release, start getting the skill to write prog and start getting better.
You grew more confident in your abilities as songwriters.
Yeah.
What was it like playing live though without Neil's parts there, because you both played some keyboards?
Well, that's another part that I have to learn everything by myself, So that's why I think, yeah, sometime I was doing the 2 keyboard for the tour when Neil was there, but I have to add more keyboards, so it became 4 keyboard on one side, both sides, and that became my style.
Yeah, you were almost like Jeff Downs with Asia there with all those keyboards.
Something like that.
So you one of the things that was a highlight of your shows was your guitar solo. How did you start doing the guitar solo?
I was 18 years old. My first synthesizer, well, real synthesizer was Up Odyssey. I was 17 and I wanted to carry it. So I chopped the keyboard, and there was like maybe 40 connections from keyboard to the main board. So I had to wire them, stuff like that, maybe 10 meter. So I started carrying it. I was doing that already when I was 17.
Wow.
That was my thing. That was my thing. So that's why I started doing with the Spark. I had such a confidence. I know what to do with it.
It sounds like you have some electrical engineering background.
A little bit, a little bit. I have to ask everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to oil my Hammond organ, B3, that's C3, and maintain the Leslie. Need oil, and I have to take apart it and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I do everything myself. Try to fix. It's so expensive to go to a keyboard technician to fix just a couple keyboards.
Yeah.
And, I have to try to do it myself.
Do you have a favorite type of keyboard, a favorite keyboard that you like to write on or like to play more?
This guy. Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moog, Tron, and organ.
Gotta love the Tron. How hard is it to maintain a Mellotron in this day and age?
Pretty hard. For this album, I spent $1,800 for this.
Wow.
I spent $1,800 buying a new tape, buying a rack, and then getting serviced with the special guys. Anyway, yeah, expensive.
So you teamed up with some fantastic musicians in ProgJect. How did you become a part of that project that Jonathan Mover put together? Jonathan was on the show before, and I've had Michael on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, so you heard the story.
I've heard the story. I want to hear your perspective on it.
Well, he asked me to join. I said, yes, that's all it is. It was so simple. It was a lot of coincidence that he told you about this.
Yeah, he ran into you at a show, I guess?
Yeah, at the Brand X show in Pasadena.
Brand X, yes.
The day that I was recommended by his friend. That was they were having a dinner and they were talking, and his friend, which is my friend Eric, he texted me and said, "There's the Jonathan looking for the band. You want to talk to him?" I said, "Okay, have him give me a call." Then after the dinner, they walked to the Pasadena, the venue, and waiting for this line at the door, and I was right in front of them. And Eric said, "Oh, it's real. This is right here. I was just talking to." That's how I met. This coincidence.
Small world. Small world.
I'm the first one he reached out, and we are so close now. Me and Jonathan are so close. It's a great thing. So this band is gonna be good. It's gonna go all over the place.
You got more touring to do this fall, and then you're gonna. I guess Jonathan said you guys were gonna try to take it over to Europe.
Yeah, everywhere. We can rule the world. It's so easy. Yeah, it's so easy. With this type of high quality, talented musician, the skill is incredible. They can play anything.
Yeah.
So it's easy to just, play all those really hardcore prog song and we can play maybe a little better than them, that's the purpose. That's the purpose of it.
Yeah. It's I had a great time seeing you guys play. You guys obviously enjoyed playing these songs, these classic songs. How did the ProgJect tour go from your perspective? What were your thoughts on that?
Incredible success. Each one of us has a name value, but as a band, ProgJect, this is a brand new band. People doesn't know it at all. But for that, even for that, a lot of people showed up, and those every single one of them are so into prog. Incredible, so much fun, especially the pre-cruise.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was like 1,000 people in one room.
Yeah.
They were going nuts. They were going nuts.
That's right. For people who don't know, you played the Cruise to the Edge pre-show. That's exactly your audience right there.
That's everybody. Yeah. You don't have to go anywhere, any other country to play for the festival. You just play for that one festival and everybody there,
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about the myth of the Mostrophus. It's or Mostrophus. It's this album was a long time in the making, and you collaborated with Michael Whiteman from a band called I Am the Manic Whale. How did that start?
I did one of a streaming project. Steve Guild put it together. The fusion something. What was that? Festival. Anyway, I was on it, and his band was on it. And after my performance, I was watching. I saw Michael. I said, "Oh my God, he's very talented." So I texted him right away when I was watching. Michael, are you interested writing a song together? He said yes. Then I sent him a demo of 30 songs, and he started writing. I don't write lyrics, so I sent him tracks, karaoke, and he put together the lyrics and saying he's talented. He sings, play bass, play guitar, keyboard, and drums well, very well. So he add all kind of stuff and then send me back the demo one by one. I say, oh my goodness, I think I got an album, So actually, we started like 2 years ago. And those 2 years, I worked on this album every single day. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
And everything's like and then I have to, okay, I got all the material. And Michael singing all the songs, I got a demo, which is I'm releasing as a demo CD. He just so well arranged, composed, and make sense. And then I took it and rearranged a lot. So doing that, like maybe 6 months to a year. Now I'm so familiar with the song, and now what? Who's gonna play? Who's gonna sing? That's how we started. And this song, 2 songs, first song and the 6th song. The Mira Mira is the first song, and the title song, Mostrophus. I wrote it for the Spock's beard.
Okay.
So I just call everybody. It's so easy. That's easy. Hey guys, can you play? Sure. Send me a track. That was it. So the half of the material was done.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't know that. That's Mirror Mirror and the Myth of the Mostrophus. Those are the 2 songs that sound the most like Spock's Beard songs.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder because you wrote it for that project, and then those guys played on the song. So even though you got this really talented guy who can play all these instruments, I mean, when you get a chance to have Dave Maros on bass and Alan Morse and these guys involved, you got to get them involved.
Yeah, it's a Ryo's beard.
Yeah, Ryo's beard.
Yeah.
So you not only got all your guys from Spock's to play on this, but all your guys from ProgJect played on this.
Yeah, it's a Jonathan. And after I done those 2 songs, I have to find another 4 songs I had. I was gonna, you see, I had Simon Phillips last album.
Yeah.
And one before was the Jeff Porcaro. I need a freaking good drummer for this. and I said, oh, I know Jonathan. We're playing together now every weekend, Why don't I ask him? He said, sure. He didn't know what he was getting into it. That's what he said. But he said yes. Then, because we get together every weekend for the rehearsal, and we talk a lot, listen, rearrange, and then we talk about who's going to be playing this and all that. So that's how we contacted. Jonathan knew, most of those people. Steve Hackett.
Steve Hackett's on this. Yep.
Doug Wimbish. Damn, who the fuck is this guy, man? He can play. Wow, what a bass player. Incredible bass player. I just needed, for the battle, it's called Chrysalis, need a little more R&B feel. So that's not, of course, Dave can play, but I need an R&B player. I know a lot of player R&B because I, I could have a lot of anybody. But Jonathan said, well, try that. And I did. It's incredible. It was great.
Yeah.
So that's that. And we have Mike, our guitar player, Canary, Mike Canary.
Yep, Mike Canary.
Mike Canary, yeah, he's with our band. So I asked him one song. And before Mike, we had a Mark Bonilla playing a couple times with the ProgJect. And I asked him to play one song. And then Michael Saller with us, our vocals. So I asked him one song.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. You've got Michael Sadler on vocals. You've got Ted Leonard on vocals. Nick DiVirgilio. I mean, these are just some really strong singers. And then, and of course, Michael. Of course, I mean, there's a lot of Michaels on this record.
Yeah, all different sound, different sounding vocals, different approach and character. You can tell who's singing. Definitely, like this duet, right? Mostrophus between Ted and Nick. It's pretty good. With the Spock, we never had this before.
Yeah,
we never had this duet between Nick and Ted. So
that's right.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Spock's fans to, see how they feel about it.
Yeah, Spock's, I mean, does their sort of gentle giant type stuff with the different vocals, but they don't have like outright duets like this, where they're taking turns singing their parts, and this is a. I mean, you say it's 6 songs, and a lot of people will go, only 6 songs as an album, but the title track is 22-minute epic, so it takes up a lot of space. But did you what was your strategy on the album in terms of how you sort of approached the music? Because for any album, you want the songs to kind of hang together and not be too different from each other.
I don't think about that at all.
Yeah, you just write what you write?
I just write. But yeah, some of them were like 5 years old. Some of them were like really 20 years old. And it wasn't sitting there. No, it wasn't sitting there. It was just trying to rearrange and listen to, sit there for a month, listen again, and arranging. So it's just, growing process. Then become the song, and you put the 6 songs together. It doesn't. It to me that as long as the prog, because my last album coming through was pretty much everywhere, the style wise.
Yeah, it really was.
Jazz to start, jazz fusion to start. The Godzilla, those are totally fusion instrumental. It went to rock and some stuff, but this one's really prog.
Yeah,
my way though. in my way, you know.
Ryo's beard.
Yeah. So that the whole, well, it's me. I'm the concept. So I'm the writer, and I'm playing. So all the color will be the same because I'm playing all the keyboard, and I'm trying to play with just regular, you know, my format. The organ, drum, piano, minimum. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and a little some sense thrown there, but not like the other keyboard player who does, you know, all the contemporary sound and all that. It's good, but it's not to me. Not for me. I need this guy's grinding sound, raw, tape, analog, out of tune sound. I don't want an in tune keyboard. I want out of tune keyboard. You know. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So you've got is this the Mostrophus that's on the album cover? Is that what the Mostrophus looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, this is not the first monster that you've written about. Obviously, you just talked about Godzilla versus King Ghidorah on your last album. Do you like those types of movies? Are you into those?
Yeah. I mean, just like everybody else, you know.
Yeah.
I like that. But it's, you know, the Godzilla Japan, it's so Japan, you know.
Yeah.
Japanese Godzilla. So famous. Well, what happened is I know that because most of us, the album cover need to be some kind of monster, right? And this artist, the Thomas Edward from Inside Out, who does all the Spock, all of them, Spock Beard, album cover, New Monster, Transatlantic, and all that. He did coming through also, so he knows the first track, Godzilla, and you know, King Ghidorah, and I sent him all different sample of monster picture, you know, and there was one Godzilla on the bottom, and he chose that, and it became that.
Okay.
I like it. I love. That's so me.
Now you mentioned Michael Whiteman wrote the lyrics for you for this album. So, did you already have a concept in mind that you wanted him to write about, or did he just?
No, just a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just created this entire story out of one title.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's incredible. It's a 22-minute epic, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
It's got the guys from Spock's Beard playing on it, and it's it's about this monster that devours everything in sight, but is eventually defeated by the
singing.
The singing, yeah, the power of song, the golden melody, and Nick DiVirgilio and Ted Leonard are the two parts, the two singers on this, and was the piece already finished musically before he wrote the lyrics?
He did it. He did it constantly at the same time. Yeah,
because there's so many lyrics. It's such a long song, and there's tons of lines of lyrics. And I just wondered if the lyrics were written to the length of the music, or if the music was written to the length of the lyrics.
I think it's both at the same time. He did that. I had a whole piano. This song, the demo that I wrote was all piano, just all the way from top to bottom. Some of the other song, I had a drum, bass, guitar, especially on the demo. Alan Moore was playing on it too. Anyway, but this song, I just sent him a piano, so he did whatever he wanted to do, and it's great, incredible, talented guy.
Love the story. It's a great story. Mirror Mirror is the other song that Spock's Beard guys play on, and Nick sings that one. The second song on it is Turning Point. Michael Sadler takes lead vocals. There's a lot going on with the backing vocals on this that's very interesting. It's a very interesting song. When you arrange vocals, did Michael take the point on arranging the vocals for this album?
Yeah, did 70% of it. And I kicked in after that, and why don't you do this, and I had my wife sing some of my idea, wrote it down, record it, and send it to the Michael, and I have him sing some, you know, we do a lot of stuff, a lot of background vocals on this album, which the Michael likes that, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
With Spock's Beard, with the Spock, we don't have this much background vocal and counterline. You know? or that.
Yeah, there's like there are like almost Greek choruses at times in some of these songs, and it's I like the way that it came out vocally. The Watchmaker, Time on His Side, that's the third track. It's interesting to me because it's got a very Genesis Abacab vibe to it.
That's how I start writing the going. That was a song.
Yeah,
it's straight ahead.
Yeah,
it was more straight ahead before. Got a little more prog towards end. I did not think about the Genesis at all. I just wanted to 2 and 4, big 2 and 4, bam,
yeah.
Instead of 1 and 3, it got really powerful. I like it a lot, straight ahead.
Yeah, it's got a great sound to it. A really scorching guitar on that one, and Maximum Velocity is the fourth track. Starts with this acoustic, really gorgeous acoustic guitar.
That's a crazy song.
It makes me wonder what the original piece was like that you wrote. Do you write on a guitar or do you always write on keyboard?
I write on a keyboard, guitar plugins. I got a good acoustic plugin.
Okay. So that intro was your idea. Nobody brought that in afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's a really cool way to start.
Those are me, 100% from top to bottom. I wrote everything and played it and replaced with the player. Mark Bonilla put a lot of stuff on it, which is incredible. He's really nasty player, just really grindy, dirty player. I like him so much. It's very crispy, dirty. Dirty. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. And Chrysalis, the only song we haven't talked about yet. This one lyrically seems like this one's about the pandemic. Is that what he was writing about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed something like that, but not directly.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's for the pandemic.
Yeah, it's definitely not overtly about the pandemic. It's just metaphorically about the pandemic.
Yeah. I think it's good.
It's a nice softer touch before the big epic finish.
So yeah.
Is there any chance, Ryo, that there are going to be any live performances of this album?
Well, it depends on how this CD is going to be, sales. I need the money to put a band together. It's so hard. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
Because I have to have a Michael over here to do. Even I was planning to do the release show in LA, but I gotta have a Michael, which means I gotta send him from UK to here.
Yeah.
In summertime, wow, it's gonna cost a lot. So people who do you like it? Buy CD from my homepage, not from Amazon or Yahoo or anything else.
Yeah, go to ryookimoto.com, right?
Yeah, get from there so I can perform.
And there's a special edition with colored vinyl.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks a cool looking picture.
I can't wait to get it hold of my hand. The red, transparent red. That's right. You can see through.
Nice package. Comes with, I think, a little mini poster that's signed also, maybe.
The poster, when you buy the LP, you get a poster, and also you have a choice of CD released from manufactured from inside out, and also the Japan. It's a different version. I have a couple bonus track on the Japanese version. So those 2 different CD, and I have a demo CD.
Yeah.
Which is just like I told you. To the Marco singing all the songs. The first original idea, which is very interesting.
All right. Well, go to ryookimoto.com. You can pre-order this now. It comes out July 29th. And man, this is going to be great. You can go to Ryo's on Facebook. Look him up there. He's got a Twitter. And it's Ryo Okumoto, I think, on Twitter. Ryo Okumoto Music on Facebook, I believe. But if you just put his name in, you'll find it. It's easy. Yeah. Ryo Okumoto, thank you so much for telling me about this album. I'm really pumped about it. I hope it really does well for you, and I hope you get to do those live shows. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.